Welcome back to the Sanctuary, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, and patch 6.55, Growing Light Part 2. Last episode, we met Erenville, who had requested our presence, and we met Wuklamat, who is who is a successor to the throne of Tural, of Tuliolal, in Tural, or the New World. She has requested that we go on an adventure with her, and she's nothing if not eager. So, yeah, that's all I can really get through. So let's not waste any more time and get right down to it with the next quest. The game is afoot.
It's not a leg?
The chance to see not only Tural, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Which is not to say that you should hastily accept this invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we do not know. So, let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. I'm not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. When I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Ham. You went there not long ago and called some unruly fauna, of course. But according to recent reports, another ordinary docile fauna have grown savage. It's believed that they have been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. The isle isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me. Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Tural. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have a chance to get acquainted. And before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions... My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray, go on ahead to the Isle. I will join you as soon as possible. If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Alright. Where are we headed? Scholars Harbor? Yep, Scholars Harbor. Alright, let's take the Ethernet. I almost took the wrong path. What quest is that? Oh, it's only for Disciples of Land or Hand. Okay. Yep. Alright. Oh, looks like we're doing a solo duty, my friends. So, disbanding party. Alright. Let's do this. So, we have to take a ship? Ugh. And I barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's a good cause. I suppose it's for a good cause. A hunt. Come on, let's get going. Upon boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In addition, you will be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. In the event you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. Let's do it.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural.
Ooh, this music is
Ooh,
nice.
what is there? I wonder what it tastes like.
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know.
I don't know if I know what bear meat tastes like.
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
I hear it actually tastes like pot roast.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
This brother of yours, he has been to Sharlayan.
He has. Kona's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in the city.
According to the great sage Gugal,
Technological amusements.
it's similar to beef
Maybe
with
I
a
could
sweeter
come here too one
taste.
day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studio. Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see. One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain hunting together is the best way to get to.
Okay.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
All right.
The researchers should be just ahead. There. The building to the northeast.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up, but I'll take down any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
I should probably turn up. No, the voice is at 100%. What the frick? There we go. Well struck. All right, let's keep going.
Look! Someone's in trouble.
Yeah, taste my axe.
These animals are usually so docile.
These animals are usually so docile. You're right. Yes, thanks to you. Oh, thank goodness you've come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are! Chris, the adventurer who saved our star. Would that our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you'll give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Let's go!
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Is that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
The adventurer came to answer my question, I presume. My petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gate are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find and search for traces of the beast responsible for all this. If you should find anything at all, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us. Let's get started.
Handle this.
No running off. Damn.
Is that all?
What the?
Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
You find ravaged beast remains torn to shreds by sharp talons.
These claw marks, I've seen their like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Such marks would be too common in any case. There has to be a clue here somewhere. How large do you suppose it is? Feathers are scattered. You find feathers are scattered about the ground. These are signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey.
Okay.
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
You presume it's even safe to eat?
So many strange plants you have here. Focus. We've no time for picking flowers. The cloying stench of fresh leavings assails your nostrils. Whatever beast left them is likely still close by.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
We disturbed their home.
Who knows? If they're spoiling for a fight, then hey, we got one.
Let's head back and report what we found.
Oh, I can't jump down the cliff? That's kind of lame.
If I were with you, I'd push you off.
Cute.
Give you help going over. One quick shove.
Mm.
Powerful wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Ooh. Hello.
What is that thing?
Oh my god, it's a giant parrot that talks.
It speaks?
It's a giant parrot.
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Let's do it.
Come, Woklamat.
Right.
Down we go.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
Forgive me, but I failed to see a difference.
I fail to see the difference as well.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Caught me by surprise! Caught me by surprise!
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
Let's do it.
Although you like birds, I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I'm going to enjoy sinking my teeth into you.
I don't know. It looks more like a hornbill than a parrot.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Already, you blasted bird!
I like how she's just being all upset at the bird.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've never seen such an enormous colibri.
Not good. Quickly, gather together. I've got you.
That was too close.
Steady now.
Whew. How's everyone else doing on this?
Good. Doing good. How are you?
Just broke the 50% mark.
I'm at 50% right now.
Who paid for that? Thank you.
I don't like this bird.
I hate this bird. Not only does it look ugly, it mocks you. I'm beyond the 60 mark.
I'm not even down to 70.
I'm at the 39 mark.
Now I'm at 68.
59.
You know, it's just not very nice.
Probably not.
What has gotten into this thing? Try aiming for its wings. Damn!
Do it.
Duty failed.
How'd you fail?
I didn't get them out of the whirlwinds.
Oh.
Well, I should say I didn't get them out quick enough.
Nailed it.
And I had barely limbered up.
30%. Down.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt.
Oh, fuck.
But what a curious bird that
What?
was. Though we have similar in Tura, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Dirty tricks, dirty tricks.
Aye, dirty and despicable. Otherwise, I could have easily...
Yeah, nice of you to notice.
Leave this to me.
5%. Damn.
And Cryo made it in the nick of time.
Cryo?
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
She arrived as I was seeing the researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar, rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind, again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft. As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer. With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy.
And here we are introduced to one of the 2 new jobs coming in the next expansion.
As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style. What I do is much the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Really?
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal.
Ah, yes, that
It was
mysterious
addressed to my
letter.
Grandfather Galuf, and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant. What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request. to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this. Given how culturally diverse Tuliyolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, it would have been in Turali. And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
Hey, rulers are wont to do that.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuliyolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
I'm sure it'll taste just like chicken, Graha. Alright. How you holding up, Arya?
I'm still talking to peeps.
Fair enough. Alright, I'm hoping that the quest completes when we talk to Erenville, so I'm gonna move on ahead a little bit. With the wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the colibri meat. For better or for worse, there's really only one place we can take it to here in Sharlayan. The Last Stand. Come, let us see what Dickon can cook up for us.
Whee! Running, running, running.
Alright.
I know it's neither here nor there, but I like how happy the wind of Tonberry looks like when it runs. I get to stab something, I get to stab something, I get to stab.
I can't with y'all.
What? It's fun to go stabby, 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 stabby.
Duh, 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 duh.
Alright. There's Dickon. Well now, there's a famished face if ever I've seen one. What can I get you, Chris? Oh ho! Bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me. I have just the recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors. And for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear?
What would it taste like?
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together. I'd heard that Charlayan cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, come now. Since when did you become so soft? It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
And she slowly realizes that was a mistake!
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a
Always
traveler
start
ordered a
small, you can
curry
always
with
stuff
several
more in your
times the
mouth.
usual amount of spice.
Oh no, you'll see in a second.
The same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Oh, Wooglamat, you are just adorable.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
Would I be correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Aye, thick as thieves since we were little.
I like her.
She is a long-standing acquaintance. Nothing more.
Oh god, it's like Aaronville is the straight man for this new comedy act.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Well, if I'm being honest, we needed a new straight man act since Papa Limo and Ida are no longer a thing.
Yeah.
All this time.
Well, Ida is now just Lise.
Oh,
Yeah,
would
true.
that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead.
And now we get to hear some stories.
Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, He sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war.
Hey, great. So it's Garlemald 2.0.
I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tulihualal? You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldessian Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Alright, let's talk with Erenville. Whether Wuglamat has the makings of a ruler, I cannot say. I couldn't say. But I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Whether you choose to help her, though, is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then. Alright, I am going to take the Alag and silver pieces because I can make money off those. What's that?
Here I thought you'd want more.
Dude, have you seen my inventory? I've got plenty of food.
No, how the hell would I see your inventory?
I have food for days.
Food for days?
Food for days. Anywhoozy, we are going to take one more final break. The final episode of Endwalker will proceed without any commercial interruptions and with no break in the middle. And, well, yeah, you know what? Actually,
He lied.
Not even 1 minute.
I'm not even sure now, but the final quest will be the level 90 quest, The Coming Dawn. But until then, if you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned for more. But if you haven't done it yet, hit the follow button and turn on notifications so you're well informed. If you're watching on YouTube and you like the highlight, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe by clicking here and click the bell icon for notifications. Click here to watch whatever the algorithm's putting out. Click here to watch the full Endwalker main scenario quest line, and click here to watch the next episode, the most recent video, or the next episode when it comes out. See you in a bit.